back to school season is a busy time with school activities and back to work for most parents. Let Clean Eatz do all that cooking and save time in your work week. Joining me here in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen, Clean Eatz owners Matt Hall and Candace Gilbert. Great to have you both back.
Thank you.
You all haven't had a busy summer or anything like that, opening up a new store and everything. Well, it's great to have you back. We're going to talk about that new location in just a little bit, but you brought plenty of options to talk about what you all do. For people that may not be familiar, how does Clean Eatz take the trouble out of portion sizing, and how do I know not to snack on unhealthy things?
Absolutely. Well, you can snack because we've got that covered too, but we are all about portion control and macro balancing. And so we brought some examples with us today. We've got different options in the store of both meal plans that you order in advance, which is what we see here in front of us. We've also got frozen meals that we make in store, every single one of them, about 60 to 70 varieties in every store, and you've got those on camera now, with a lot of different options. And the good news is you don't have to think about it. We portion control it out. We weigh everything we're putting in there so that you know you're getting more of the good stuff and less of the bad stuff, as I like to say. Matt says it a little nicer about you get more of the nutrients that you need.
Yes, you do. How do you make sure it is the right portion?
So we weigh everything to make sure it's just the right amount of food, and then we macro balance it to make sure that you have your good fats, carbs, and proteins. It's very nutrient-dense food and whole foods.
Right. I think we all have portion distortion in our heads, right? Like we think that we need that great big old plate of something.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the portion sizes here, and we're going to show our audience just like all the different options that you have, because when you go to do the meal order, it's just not two things that you're choosing from. You brought a sample of some of the different selections that you have as far as the meal order. What's on the menu this week?
So this week we have ancho steak queso mac,
Just this one.
Asian sticky rib ramen, barbecue chicken tachos,
Excellent in an air
That looks
fryer,
good,
by the
too.
way.
Really?
French toast and egg bites,
Yes.
our Kung Pao chicken, and our Nashville hot chicken bites.
Ooh, that looks good. Are you all stepping more into some breakfast items?
We always have a
Trying to-
breakfast
do
option
you?
every week,
Yeah.
every week. And then we also have in our freezers a whole shelf of breakfast options. So,
Love that,
yes.
right, just to grab things.
Yes.
And you mentioned like in your freezer option, because you don't have to always do the meal order. If it doesn't work in your schedule, it doesn't work in your schedule.
That's
right. How much stuff do you have in the freezer?
A lot. 60 to 70 varieties anytime you walk into our
my
store.
gosh.
And what you see this week may be different than next week. So we keep it rotating. And part of the reason we do that is so that you don't get bored, right?
Right.
We're not a diet. We say all the time we're a lifestyle.
Yeah.
But you know, you may lose some weight, may get a little healthier. We hear that all the time.
Can you all help people and play, kind of work hand in hand with those that may be working with a physician for weight loss? Like, how do you all work with that to kind of be a positive supplement to somebody's weight loss journey? Because I've heard it time and time again from the folks that you bring in.
Yeah, so it really, with the weight loss drugs that are coming out, you really need to have a very balanced meal.
Yeah.
It needs to be nutrient dense because you're going to be eating less food. You should make sure that you get the good nutrients in as you eat less. And the macro balancing with the fats, carbs, and proteins really does that. And it gives you that portion size, so if you're eating less, it's just the right amount of food for you as well.
You've gotten everything that
Yes.
you need in that one meal. And this is not a subscription.
No.
Right, like you can mix and match and decide, you know what, this week I don't feel like meal order. I'm just gonna do grab and go. Or I just wanna do the cafe. You can choose any week what you wanna do.
Yes.
Total control. All right,
Absolutely.
you have something for me to try?
I do.
Yes, I love it. What is this?
This is our premium lobster Florentine.
Stop
so
it.
every week we have some add-on options. This happens to be
my
our
God,
premium
that's so
option. Yeah, so we
The
even
premium
have lobster.
option, right? I didn't know
Surprises
that.
people. We also do the salads that you saw on the
this looks
screen
so good.
earlier. Those are
Oh, that's
add-on.
good. Oh, the lobster's great.
Yeah.
Oh my
Little
goodness.
sun-dried tomatoes in there, some pasta. It's really
Again,
yummy.
totally balanced, right?
Yes.
Yes.
With the pasta, what kind of pastas do you choose to make sure that it's nutrient
Whole
dense?
grain.
Whole grain.
Whole grain pastas typically. Sometimes they're whole wheat, but they're always a whole grain.
Yeah, it's going to be a lower glycemic pasta that's going to burn slower, not going to spike your blood sugar. Absolutely, yes.
There we go. You're watching out for everything,
Yes.
right? This is so much work to do at home if you're
Yes.
cooking it from scratch. That is absolutely delicious. You have 2 locations to choose from now. You just opened your J-Town location. Elle was out there live. How is that going?
It's going really well.
Good.
Really well. The reception in the community in J-Town has just been amazing.
Do you have a cafe in there too?
Yes, it's set up just like our Springhurst
Just
store.
like it.
Yes. Yeah, so you can dine in, carry out with our cafe. We have flatbreads, we have wraps, build your own bowl, protein smoothies, protein iced coffee, a lot of different options.
You brought some of the you brought the grab and go options, but also kind of you mentioned those snacks. You have a sample of those here too.
Yes, we have some Clean Witches, which are new. It's a think of it as a cookie with protein icing, and the protein cookie with protein icing. It's amazing.
Delicious.
Yes, we've got strawberry cheesecake, dessert bars that are new. So lots of different options that are new. So
Want to mention it is back to school time. You have a special for teachers still going on?
yes,
Yeah.
10% off for all teachers or all educators, I guess I should say. So if you work in the school system, just bring in your ID, and we'll give you 10% off.
There we go. And a special deal for our viewers.
Absolutely. As always, if you tell us that you saw us on Great Day Live and you put in your first meal plan order, we'll give you 20% off of that.
All right,
first
and
meal
cut
plan.
off for the meal plan this week is?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
But you can pick
And
it up tomorrow.
Or you can stop by the freezer and grab, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
Stop by the cafe as well. It's always great to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Thank you
Thank
so much. Once again, if you want to take advantage of that offer, just go to cleaneatz.com. Mention that you saw it. If you go into the store, either Springhurst or J-Town, just mention that you saw this right here on Great Day Live.